This is Twilight, one of the latest projects from Binghatti in Jaddaf. Today I'll walk you through the highlights of the project, show you all the features, tell you about available unit types and answer the big question: is this a smart investment? Let's start with the location. Jaddaf is one of the most promising areas in Dubai right now. When there is no traffic, it's just 12 minutes away from downtown Dubai. So you are very close to the city center without paying the high prices of central locations. The area is easy to reach. It has its own metro station on the Green Line and it's also located along Dubai Creek. You can take a water taxi from here to places like Dubai Festival City Mall and Creek Harbor. In the past, Jaddaf was a leasehold area and not heavily developed. That meant that foreign buyers couldn't fully own a property here. But recently things have changed. The Dubai Land Department has approved the conversion of leasehold land in Jaddaf into freehold. So now foreigners can buy property and fully own it, including the land, just like in downtown or Dubai Marina. This change has opened the door for some major growth in the area. More and more developers are starting projects here because of its great location and growing demand. So today we're discussing Binghatti's new project here. It's called Binghatti Twilight. Binghatti Twilight is a new residential and commercial building located in the waterfront area of Jaddaf, with direct views of Dubai Creek and Festival City. It will be located right here, between the water canal and metro station. You can see its exact location on the screen. So the building has easy access to public transport, including water taxi options. And 2 minutes from here is Diva's future headquarters. There will be 3,000 employees here, so you can rent your flat out to them. The project has 22 floors above ground, 4 basement levels, a ground floor, 3 podium levels, 3 office floors, 1 mixed-use floor with office and residential units, and 18 residential floors. The building has a total of 228 residential apartments and 47 office units. The apartment types includes 104 one-bedroom units, 118 two-bedroom units, and 6 three-bedroom units. And all of the apartments come with built-in kitchen appliances. The amenities include a rooftop pool, a separate female and male gym, outdoor leisure areas, smart home system, and ground floor retail shops. Now let's talk about pricing. The starting price for a 1-bedroom is $365,000. 2-bedroom apartment is priced at $490,000, and a 3-bedroom apartment is priced at $750,000. Later in this video I'll break down whether these prices are competitive. Note that Binghatti has an extensive discount system. Price reductions depend on the size of the down payment and can be quite significant. So now that you've seen what Twilight has to offer, the big question remains: should you consider investing, or is it better to wait for the next opportunity? To help you decide, I'll walk you through 6 key factors, starting with the historical performance of similar properties in the area. Because Jaddaf was previously a leasehold area, the lack of foreign ownership slowed down new development and infrastructure investment. So much of the area is older and less modernized compared to other parts of the city. But the newer buildings have already shown value appreciation during construction. Their growth has outperformed market, increasing by 45% since 2022, compared to the market's 30%. And the average gross rental yields range from 7 to 8.4%, at the highest for studio apartments. Binghatti has already built several buildings in Jaddaf. The first is a 33-story residential building called Binghatti Avenue. It was launched in 2020 and was completed in 2022. But this was before Binghatti updated their style and quality. And even still, the prices have grown by 42% since 2022, with an average rent-to-price ratio of 8%. And the second project is Binghatti Creek. It was launched in 2022, and since then prices have grown by 33% versus 45% in Jaddaf. And the average rent-to-price ratio is 7.7%. So next, let's address another important question: is Binghatti a reliable developer? Binghatti is a local company founded in 2008. Since then, they've made big improvements in what they deliver. They often keep their prices relatively affordable, yet delivered quality is noticeably better than the area's average. One of the main reasons for why they're able to deliver buildings so quickly is that they are vertically integrated. Normally, developers hire contractors for construction, but Binghatti has everything in-house, so they have more control over every stage of the construction process. Another reason is that they start selling when the construction has already begun or is about to start. It's a different strategy from most developers who do this in reverse. To clarify, we are not affiliated with Binghatti or any other developer in the UAE. Our advice is 100% independent and aimed at helping clients make the most of their investment through data-driven decisions. We provide personalized property recommendations, detailed cost analysis, revenue forecasts, and full support through the entire purchase process. In short, we handle everything from start to finish, and we do it all for free. So give us a call, send a WhatsApp message, scan the QR code, or click the link below this video to get a free consultation with our team. We're available 7 days a week. Now that we've covered Binghatti's reliability, let's take a closer look at if the prices for Twilight are competitive. We'll examine comparable projects in Al Jaddaf. First, Binghatti Creek. It was completed in 2024 and it's much further from the metro and Dubai Canal. Second, Art Bay. It's a residential building by Ellington currently under construction. It is located in Al Jaddaf waterfront. And third, Celeste by HRE Development. This is a residential tower also under construction and located right near the water canal. Now, let's compare the pricing for one-bedroom apartments in these projects. Binghatti Creek is priced at $395 per square foot, while Art Bay averages at $545 per square foot. Then Celeste is $572, and Twilight is priced at $477 per square foot. Keep in mind that Binghatti Creek was completed before Binghatti upgraded its development strategy. Older buildings by Binghatti were simpler and noticeably cheaper. To see if it's justified, let's compare the price difference between two old and new Binghatti units which are ready. So we have the idea if the difference on the secondary market is similar to what we see at off-plan. Binghatti Gate was built in the older style in GVC and it currently has an average price of around $278 per square foot for one-bedroom apartments. And Binghatti Orchard was designed in the newer style also in GVC, with upgraded finishes and architecture, and it averages at around $335 per square foot for similar apartments. The difference between ready old style and new style projects is around 20%. That's exactly the same difference we have between Twilight and Binghatti Creek, so the pricing is relatively fair. Second was Art Bay by Ellington. Ellington is a much more premium developer than Binghatti. They are known for higher quality and design standards, so naturally it's priced above Twilight. But then Celeste is even more expensive than Ellington's project and almost $100 more expensive than Twilight. But this developer doesn't have the same reputation or quality standards, so Twilight pricing is more attractive in our opinion. In terms of payment plans, Twilight offers a 70-30 structure. You'll pay 70% during construction, starting with a 20% down payment, and the remaining 30% at handover scheduled for April 2026, less than a year away. Now that we've covered pricing, let's look at the potential rental income for Binghatti Twilight. To estimate future rental income, we can use the data from Binghatti Creek. Because it was built in the older Binghatti style, we can expect that Twilight will generate higher returns. To estimate how much higher they might be, let's take the same quality buildings by Binghatti in GVC as benchmarks. One bedroom in Binghatti Orchard, the newer development in GVC, rents for about 20% more expensive than Binghatti Gate, the older one. So this proves our estimates that the newer Binghatti developments consistently achieve higher rental yields. So in Binghatti Creek, a one-bedroom currently rents for around $21,000 per year. Applying a 20% premium, we estimate that the comparable unit in Binghatti Twilight will rent for approximately $25,000 annually. With our one-bedroom unit priced at $365,000, this gives a rent-to-price ratio of about 6.9%, a solid and realistic yield for investors. Following the same logic, a two-bedroom in Binghatti Creek rents for $31,000. With a 20% premium, we expect $38,000 in Binghatti Twilight. That results in a yield of roughly 7.7%. A three-bedroom rents for $41,000 in Binghatti Creek. Projecting 20% higher, we expect $50,000 annually. That gives a yield of approximately 6.6%. So what could drive future growth for Binghatti Twilight? First, Al Jaddaf's development. We're seeing more infrastructure, modern buildings, and dealer headquarters will also be here. This early-stage growth creates room for both price appreciation and higher rental demand in the near future. Second, the location itself is the key growth driver. This area is the same distance from downtown Dubai as Shoba Heartland, but prices here are around 30% lower. While the quality of the properties and the richness of the community may be different, this shows that there is another well-developed area with a similar proximity to the city center that's much more expensive. So this makes apartments in Al Jaddaf attractive to certain resident group. Third, the handover date is April 2026. It's less than a year from now. So it's a great opportunity to start generating cash quickly. But now let's discuss potential growth barriers. The main is that Al Jaddaf still has many older buildings and not enough developed infrastructure. Even though the area is improving, it may not feel as modern or convenient as other parts of Dubai. So should you invest? With all these factors considered, Binghatti Twilight is a solid option for investment among affordable areas, especially considering its location close to the city center. So this is the case when prices might grow a bit faster than the market, while the rental yields are quite decent at around 6.5 to 8%. So get in touch with us to reserve an attractive unit in Binghatti's projects in Al Jaddaf or for any assistance with the real estate investments in the UAE. And if you would like to learn more about investing in Dubai properties, check out this video.